Today, because I did not forget to press record, we are doing, we're going to talk about, how to do a band roll or a stomach band roll. And then we're going to get into our workout. Today, we're aiming at doing submaximals. So, anything from 80 to 90% of the PB, but only really aiming to do 80 to 90% of the PB for the last 4 breath holds of the table. We're going to be doing 8 breath holds in total. Our lovely standard sort of like interval table. The first 2 breath holds will be at a 4-minute interval. Then we'll move to a 5-minute interval, and we'll finish off with a 6-minute. And only aiming to really be hitting those submaximals in the last 4 breath holds. So you can kind of use the first 4 to warm up and ease into them. And yeah, let's do our 2 minutes of stomach breathing. Woo! All right, 2 minutes. By the way, Jeff, you look very freshly shaven.
I didn't want a bunch under the chin for the wetsuit.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
Oh, hey, you're hairy like me. How much does your chest hair tear up the inside of the wetsuit?
Not at all.
Good.
Wetsuit is the thing that tears up my chest hair. It's the other way around.
Oh, no.
But only when I'm not being generous with lube. In general, one must always be generous with the lube.
Lube's not that cheap in Canada. I'm going to have to sort of, approved for farm animals sort of lube or something like that.
Just trying to think. I think like a 1 liter bottle of lube you can get for like maybe $20 or $30 here.
I'll have to shop online. Yeah.
Yeah. Just got to go to those online stores, Jeff. Or conditioner. Conditioner is fine. Don't ever worry about using conditioner. It's not like if it degrades the wetsuit, it will be so minor you'll never notice it. All right. That's been 1 minute and 20 seconds of stomach breathing so far.
Oh, shoulder straps. How do you get into those?
Which ones?
Yeah, I got shoulder straps on the pants, and there's no Velcro.
Oh, you just go in straight through the middle.
Stretch right in the middle, not through one of the arms or.
Go put your legs through the middle.
Yep.
Your side, and then just like you would in all pair of overalls, just.
Okay.
I know that you've got this brand new shiny wetsuit, and you're going to be afraid to like touch it too roughly, but you're going to have to give it a little tug, pull it up. You know what I mean? All right, that's all your stomach breathing you get. Now intercostal breathing. All right, 2 minutes intercostal breathing. Oh, yeah. Just breathing deep into it, getting it moving, getting it warmer. Another 10 seconds or so. I feel like the intercostal section is important just because that's where you get a lot of your contractions. So I always like to, give it a good job. All right, that's 2 minutes. All right, so chest section now. 2 minutes breathing deep into the chest. Okay, good movement. It's really interesting how much movement that you all have in your chest that you probably think is normal, but like I've been doing a lot of remote courses lately, like just teaching all the theory online and like, with absolute beginners. And they just, they don't have the mobility in their chest to actually like get those deep inhales that you guys are getting, or just what you're getting just by like breathing into your chest. I imagine it comes pretty fast, obviously, when you start doing this style of breathing often. But yeah, I'm just thinking back to last night and teaching them to breathe into their chest, and it just didn't seem like anyone was moving at all, and I couldn't get them to, you know what I mean? So, a lot of confidence.
Maybe would packing help that at all?
Oh, for sure it would be.
Okay.
Anything that stretches the chest out is gonna have an effect. But like, I think it's mostly your control of the muscles. And the flexibility you get from having contractions while having full lungs rather than packing. Contractions on full lungs are fantastic for increasing your lung volume. Deepesh, we're just breathing into our chest now. We're doing like a breathing warm up.
Sorry, I just got coughed up from my laptop. I just put it down, just put out my mat, and then.
I just felt like that was just so rude. I was so bothered that you left us for a moment.
My goodness, Adam.
I'll never get over it.
I'm just waiting for the infectious laughter now.
Yeah. All right. So that's 2 minutes. Let's do full breaths now. So 2 minutes of full breaths, stomach, intercostals, chest. Keep it mobile the whole time. We won't do any of the stationary holds while we stretch back and forth. Breathe in full breaths. Ten more seconds. And that's 2 minutes. Beautiful. All right. Stomach vacuum number 1, passive exhale. Stomach vacuum number 2, forced exhale. Stomach vacuum number 3. Forced exhale with downward massage. Number 4. Forced exhale, upward massage. No pulling. Cool. All right, so I'm going to do a banderoll. The banderoll is basically this.
That's creepy.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm gonna pull the computer down to get a better angle. Right.
Dude.
Like this. All right. It's actually, it looks like a weird thing people do with their body, but it's actually a really good warm-up, because what's going on is you're rolling along all of your, like, your abdominal muscles, and it's massaging and sort of like bringing blood flow to your diaphragm, moving it all along. So the first step is to, well, there's 2 ways we can get there. The first, like, if everyone's able to tense the center of their stomach while they're sort of exhaled, holding their diaphragm up, then you're going to get that line down the middle. That's the kind of one of the ways that we can get there. So if we all get up and we just sort of like do a passive exhale, tuck the stomach in, and then we're going to lean forward, like we're going to put our knees wide, and we're going to lean forward and put our weight, the weight of our arms, on our knees. First, we want to get that center channel going. Get that center channel going really simply by tensing up all the lower abs while we're holding the diaphragm up. Now, if you're not getting it, it's fine, because it is a little bit of like a learning how to raise the eyebrow thing. It's muscle isolation in a tricky part of the body that we don't usually do. So the easier way to do this is just this. So look, watch what happens to my stomach as I'm not going to like make the center channel. I'm just going to keep my stomach sucked in. I'm going to put all of my weight down onto one knee, and then I'm going to shift all of my weight down onto the other knee. And this is what's going to happen. You're gonna engage your obliques, and you're gonna engage either the left hand or the right hand sort of portion of your abs. See that? Look at Jeff. Jeff's got less fat on him. You can see it really well on him.
Yeah, Jeff is a natural for this.
Mm-hmm. Now, Jeff, put all the weight on the other side and see how it engages. Good. So when we're learning how to do this, if we we need to get that the center part going, but that's the tricky thing to find, where you just like work out how to do it by keeping everything sucked in while you play around with tensing different parts of the abs until you find the one that's going to keep it down. And then once you can do that, then you basically just do like you suck the stomach in, make your little center console, and then just bang, go from side to side until you start to get a feel for like what it feels like to engage those. And then once you learn how to engage them, then you can start to go back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. So really, Jeff, think of it less. It's less about moving from side to side. It's more about like really pushing, like push down into the knee, push down to the knee, push down to the knee. That's going to like really engage.
Down with the, like
Sorry?
push down with.
Push down with your hands. Like push down with your lean into it with your shoulders. So it's a bit like a. So we're like you have to work at. But there is a reason why most I suppose freedivers learn how to do that. I suppose at a higher level. I suppose have you guys seen other people do that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that most high level freedivers do that before a dive.
I've seen
Sorry.
I've seen more often people in India doing yoga. Like I come from Rishikesh, like it's a yoga capital.
Yeah.
So that's a very common exercise they do. Unfortunately, I could never learn myself.
That's well, we'll get there, bit by bit. But it's good. It's a really great way to get it's something that's probably better for depth than for the pool because I suppose it's really about like getting things moving and flowing, to handle pressure and pressure change. Very concerned, Michael.
Not really. I'm just thinking about it.
We'll do it again. We'll have a look at it again on Friday, and we'll see how we go. All right.
We practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, with a what?
With a mirror.
Yeah. Totally with a mirror. Totally. All right, well, let's do it, guys. Let's start our breath holds. So 8 breath holds, static, starting with a 4-minute interval. And I'm just going to feel you guys out and see how you're doing in terms of when we should move up to the 5-minute interval. Probably do 2 at 4, 2 at 5, and then the last 4 at 6. Yeah, because it is always nice to stay in like an ideal world, just so you guys know how I'm programming this thing. I always want you guys to be about 2 minutes or to 1 minute 30 away from the interval. Like I'm always wanting you guys to get about 1 minute 30 to 2 minutes recovery before the next one. So I'm assuming the first 2 are going to be pretty small, like little warm-ups, and then I'm assuming the next 2 are going to be probably around 3 to 3.5 minutes. You know what I mean? And that means that with the 6-minute interval, we're allowed to do sort of like 4 or 4.5. And if we're starting to go towards 5 odd minutes, we'll just bang it up to a 7-minute interval. But obviously, that's hard to do with everyone because we have to kind of keep it at a happy zone for everyone. But just to give you an idea of how I'm trying to build that, I'm always trying to keep you guys at about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes away from the interval.
I'll just join back again, some internet issues. So just joining quickly again.
Sorry, Dipesh?
I'm just joining quickly again. Looks like some internet issues, so my camera is not putting up. So
Okay, as long as we can hear you. Oh, he's again. Oh, I see. That's what he was saying. All right. We'll just give him a minute. There we go. Oh, and there he goes. All right, we'll start. So, all right, let's take 2 minutes to breathe. Consistent submaxes. That's what the second 4 are for. First 4 are for building up there slowly so that we can do our consistent submaxes and be totally sweet, totally calm, and totally happy doing them. 1 minute. It's 1:30. Twenty seconds left. The first one, no hyperventilating. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we begin. 4-minute interval. In 1 minute so far. Good work. First contractions coming in, Diego. 1 minute 30. Hey, Deepesh, we can hear us. We've just started the first breath hold. So if you get ready now, you'll be able to join the second one really easily.
Okay.
Beautiful. So that's been 2 minutes now. So keeping in mind the first breath hold's really about just experiencing some CO2 so we can turn on our diving response. You need to punish yourself with a long breath hold when you're not fully warm. Just have a few contractions, experience a bit of CO2, and then we start breathing again. There is such a thing as warming up badly, which is like just going for hell right straight from the beginning. Good. Jeff, it was 2 minutes 25 when you got your first contraction then. So we're at 2:30 now, giving us 1 minute 30 to breathe. Pretty good, Jeff. I couldn't see you, Michael, because you're wearing a dark shirt. So no hyperventilating for this second one as well. You'll find that you do a good improvement regardless. That's 1 minute to breathe, 1 minute left. Thirty seconds. Focus, 20 seconds. Just focus on slowing the breathing down, Jeff. Slow it down a little bit. There we go. Good. 10 seconds. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting number 2. been 1 minute already. $130. That's 2 minutes now. Good stuff. Just having a few contractions, that's all. Good. It's 2:12 when that first contraction started, Diego. And Jeff, your first contraction started about 2:04, 2:05. Really good. Good stuff. It's 2:30 now. Good. 2:45. 3 minutes. 1 minute to breathe for the next one. Then we're going to move to a 5-minute interval. All right, 30 seconds. So let's do our hyperventilating now if we want to. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we begin. Been 1 minute 30 already. In 2 minutes. Keeping those stomachs relaxed. Totally loose. Good stuff. Just as long as it feels good, we keep going. The second it's not feeling good, we stop. Warming up. 2 minutes 30. Good. Diego, try locking your throat and not allowing it to move. It might make your contractions feel a bit smoother. You can let it go in the stomach, but just lock the throat. Let the stomach move, keep the throat tight. See how that feels. It's over 3 minutes now. Jeff, we're looking for those consistent 3 to 3.5 minute holds for today. That's all we're looking for.
Yeah, it might be too far past 2.
Doesn't matter. We're getting there. Slowly, slowly. Good work, guys. Very nice. 3 minutes 30 now, so 1:30 to breathe. $3:45. Four minutes now, so a minute till the next one. Next one at a 5-minute interval as well. And this next one, Jeff, start your hyperventilation now. In 40 seconds. Yeah, nice and slow. Deep breath, but nice and slow. Otherwise, guys, we'll start in 30 seconds, which is in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. $20. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving the mind first into our stomachs to make sure we've totally relaxed our stomach. Making sure we've totally relaxed our diaphragm underneath. Making sure our intercostals and our chest muscles are disengaged and relaxed. Shoulders, our neck is relaxed. Shoulder blades, muscles in our upper back, muscles down in our lower back. No tension, no engagement. Everything totally relaxed. Muscles in your face as well. Make sure the muscles in your face are relaxed. Everything feels fantastic. Been 1:30 already. Past 2 minutes now. That's more than 2 minutes 30. $2:45. That's 3 minutes. Good work. Next one's going to be a 6-minute interval after this. Good. There we go. Now we're hitting the target. It's 3 minutes 30. Good stuff. 3:45. Four minutes, 1 minute to breathe. Now, if you do want to go for a little bit longer on this next one, feel free to. Sometimes when we're doing an exercise, it can require maybe a little bit of a nudge. Obviously, don't do it if it's not comfortable and easy. But you might have to give yourself a bit of a nudge to get there. Jeff, start hyperventilating now. We have 40. And then the next ones after that just get easier and easier and easier. Otherwise, guys, we have 30 seconds. 30 seconds to breathe. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing that stomach. Relaxing that diaphragm. That chest. Let the groin at the base of it all be totally relaxed. Those intercostals. Make sure your throat is relaxed. Make sure your shoulders are. Shoulder blades. Your arms, everything rolling down the arm to the hand. Remove any tension or engagement from the back of the neck. Head should feel nice and loose and just fall into the ground. The muscles in the face are disengaged and relaxed. And just hit 1 minute 30. Passing 2 minutes. Just past 2 minutes 30. It's 2:45. Good. Keeping our stomachs relaxed. Michael, first contraction at 2:50. Good work. 3 minutes now. Good work. 3:15. $3:30. Good stuff. 2 minutes 30 to breathe. We have 3 more breath holds. We're all getting our first contraction pretty close to 3 minutes, which is really, really good. It's 4 minutes now, so we have 2 minutes to breathe. Jeff, take your final breath, or start your final breath when I say 10 seconds, because you're always starting it. You're starting your breath hold about like 10 to 5 seconds before.
Yeah.
So you can always add about 10 seconds, whatever you do. Or 30, so 1 minute to breathe, 1 minute 30 to breathe. But yeah, getting the first contraction at just shy of 3 minutes is really good for everyone. 4:45 for anyone still going if they watch this later. In 5 minutes, so we have 1 minute to breathe. That's 40 seconds out. 30 seconds out. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. 1 minute 30 already. Already past 2 minutes. $2:30 already. $2:45. Three minutes. Good, Diego. First contraction at 3 minutes. Michael, the same. Jeff, first contraction at 3:17. Just relax, guys. Roll with them for a little bit as long as you're comfortable. At 3:30 now. Good stuff. 3:37, Michael. Good. 3:47, Diego. And the same for you too, Jeff. Good stuff, guys. Very, very nice. And Deepesh, I'm sure you did amazing, but I can't see you. All right, it's 4 minutes. We have 2 minutes to breathe and we have 2 more breath holds to go. $4:30, 1 minute 30 to breathe. I think also keeping track of like when we're getting our first contraction is also a really good, I suppose, indication for us as to like how many breath holds we each individually need until we're kind of really warm and at our peak. So it's been 5 minutes and 1 minute to breathe. So it seems for you guys that like basically after breath hold 5 or breath hold 6, you're really on. "40 seconds, Jeff." But yeah, it's just, I suppose, like something for the patients of the future. 30 seconds. They can take that long to be fully warmed up. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute 30. Two minutes. Two 30. Two 45. Good. 3 minutes. That was 2:57. The first contraction, Michael. Diego. 3:14. And Jeff. 3:21. Good stuff. Just relax with those contractions for a little bit, as long as you're comfortable. We're over 3:30 now. It's 3:45 now already. Good stuff. Very good. All right, next breath hold for the last one. These are good submaxes, guys. Four minutes, so we have 2 minutes to breathe. Four 15. Four 30. 1 minute 30 to breathe. Four 45. And that's 5 minutes. 1 minute to breathe. Forty seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and full. And as soon as we are full, we just relax our stomachs and our diaphragms. We make sure those intercostals are totally relaxed and they're just pressed out. Sweep the mind slowly up through the chest, making sure everything is relaxed and disengaged. In the center of your chest, and making sure it's the same on the outer edges of your chest. And then while we're there, we'll make sure those shoulders are relaxed and disengaged. And the shoulders are the top part around our neck, upper shoulder. And the mind down the arm, biceps, the triceps, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, the hand, the fingers. And the mind through the back of the neck. Make sure the throat is disengaged and relaxed. The jaw, let that jaw swing loose. The head should feel heavy and should just fall down. So all the other muscles in the face are just totally disengaged and relaxed. Eyes are soft. The lips are soft. Cheekbones and the cheeks are soft. Move the mind down to your groin and your pelvis. Relax everything there. Move the mind down to the thighs, the hamstring, the quads. Relax everything there. It's been 2 minutes. Those knees are relaxed. So are the calf muscles, ankles, bottoms of your feet, tops of your feet, the toes. Everything is heavy and it just sinks into the floor. It's been already 2.5 minutes. It's 2:45. Over 3 minutes already. Work, guys. 3:15 already. Oh, it's 3:30. 3.5 minutes. It's 3:45. Good work. Good work. 3:57. That's 4 minutes. Beautiful, guys. Guys, those were some very good times, some very good breath holds. I'm just going to keep counting for anyone that does this later. So we're at 4:15. Basically, Brandon's going to do this later. So Brandon and Marie. You know, Marie's like a huge dark horse. Does huge breath holds. Her black screen. 4 minutes 30 now. $4:45. And for anyone doing this later, we're going to stop at 5 minutes because keeping in mind, these are submaximals, not maximals. So everyone breathing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 minutes. Good work. Cool. So, you know, what's really cool for me is obviously like usually we have so many people or too many people that I can't keep track of exactly when everyone is getting their first contraction and like the leaps that you make between the first and last breath hold. But, you know, God, Diego, you had your first contraction at 1:20 in the first breath hold, and then you go all the way up having them at like, you know, 3:15 or so towards the end. And and Jeff as well. Like Michael, you're a bit more. You start a little bit higher on the spectrum. Like you don't get your first contractions so early. But does that make sense? Like your room to move is not as big as these guys. And I don't think that means anything. I don't think anything is better or worse or good or bad. It's just like it's just a way to understand your body. You know what I mean? Like you just got to sort of know like what your body does. And I do remember the very first time, Diego, that I saw you on one of the live streams here. Because I'm always watching everyone and kind of like calculating like, what level that they're at so I can, sort of tailor the exercise as much to them as I can. I remember thinking, oh yeah, Diego first breath holds, and they were quite short. And I was like, okay, so Diego's not going to have a monster hold. And then by the end, you're doing like 4 and 5 minute holds or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I read that situation totally wrong.
No, but I have improved like a lot in a very short time, because when I began, it was like 230 max.
Yeah.
And then I did a big jump to almost 430. So
yeah, for sure. Cool.
And then a week worked. Yes, like relax.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and a week is good, wasn't it?
Yes. At first, I was skeptical because I go like, "What are we doing?" But
what are we doing? This
today
is
it was like, "Yes, Jan, a week works."
I hope she watches this later. Oh, cool. How'd you guys go, Jeff? Jeff, you told me something first, and I'll. So, how'd you go, Jeff?
No, you go.
Sometimes I think you're too early to throw in the towel. I think you've got to just, I think like this was a really good exercise for you to know like how long it takes you to like warm up and really get into that breath holding zone. Because I feel like sometimes in the beginning you're like, oh man, I'm not doing these big monster holds. Today's not going to be a good day, and then it's a spiral.
Yep. Yeah. Like Tiger Woods, you get one bad swing and you throw the whole game out.
Yep. Totally.
This is the best breath holds that I've had in a bit. This felt good.
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think so many things, and I mean, no secret. Well, not no secret, but I have ADHD. It's very hard for me to keep my brain quiet. My oxygen in no time. I'm not even kidding. I've been like lying there before 45 getting contractions because I thought too much.
I believe every word of it. Oh, good man. Oh, how'd you go, Michael?
I feel sometimes like I get too distracted of like simple details that I'm getting hooked up on, and then I kind of lose my self-esteem in a way.
Yeah. What are the details? Like what kind of thing?
Well, kind of like silly things like, should I been wearing a nose clip or shouldn't I? Something like that. And then I know from experience that I like I'm not necessarily liking the pressure on my nose, but I like the assertion of putting pressure against my nose.
I like that too.
Keep it there. I can keep it there. That's nice. I can actually equalize sometimes, and then I'll just drift into this mode in a way.
I do exactly what you're describing as well, and I like it. Even though like I get to the end of it and my nose is like has been brutalized.
Yeah. And I've known from experience, well, when I've been doing like the exercises on my own, if I'm just zoning out in the right way, I can keep control of these contractions. But as I say, if you lose your self-esteem, you just go boom.
Totally, because you lose like confidence and trust in yourself, and then it's like, do this. Am I up for this today? This is hard. This is.
Don't want to do this. Just want to give up. I just want to stop. I'm out.
Yeah. When we were talking about, I think I've spoken a few times about like the idea of warm-ups and preparations for your breath holds. I was saying that basically the more warming up you do and the more like routines you have, the worse it can be, because what you do is you set your mind up for, I need things to line up for me to be able to do my best. Whereas the truth is, you can do your best regardless. Like, what would happen? Like, you would easily be able to do a personal best without a nose clip on. You know, you wouldn't have that feeling of familiarity, but you'd do it anyway, and you'd probably find that like the novelty of having different sensations is what got you across the line. You know, for that experience. Like, I think like you should always try to like set yourself up to know that you can do your best even in unfamiliar or unlikely scenarios, because the truth is you can. Like, it's just the way we think about things. That's what I'm just trying to say here without waffling too much is that we want to have no criteria that indicates performance. Like, you should be able to do your best on any given day. Like, as long as you're like, the only things that will really affect us is like, you know, sleep, and if we've been eating before the breath, like those things we can't really play with. But everything else is just circumstance. So if we just try to eliminate that as much as possible, I know it's a bit of a easier said than done thing, but you know, you can do a PB without a nose clip. You can do a PB with a nose clip. It doesn't bloody matter. Because in the end of the day, it's your body. Like, your body will perform the same.
So
But,
looking forward to doing a pool static again.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Are your pool's open?
Yeah, they're fully open.
Cool. Perfect.
Will we
Annoyingly
see-
open, and actually, to some degree, there's so many kids.
when we go to training pool,
Yeah.
will we see like a boost in performance with our faces wet? Like, will it make it easier?
It will make it. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, you'll be able to perform better in the pool, but you'll be more comfortable, most likely, performing dry because you've done so much of it.
Okay.
So it'll be a process of, you don't go to the pool and think, here we go, I should expect this. Go to the pool and have your wet PB and your dry PB, and they're independent of each other. Your wet PB will eventually outperform the dry PB, but it might not be the same way in the beginning because you're not as comfortable with all the feelings.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Alrighty,
So-
guys. Oh, sorry. No, go.
One more.
Go.
You called me on hyperventilating.
Yes.
I've not been hyperventilating. I've been trying to do it all, no hyperventilation.
Yeah, I know, but then I saw you having a bad time. I was like, oh, let's give time.
But we started getting our contractions around the same time. So
Yes.
am I under breathing?
No, I mean, look, towards the end, you were getting your contractions the latest, but you know, basically, you started hyperventilating at 40 seconds out. These guys started hyperventilating at 30 seconds out. So it's you know, I would say it's all probably pretty comparable, like where you're getting your urge to breathe. You know, you had a bit of extra hyperventilation. You got your contractions maybe 10 seconds later, which is about to be expected.
Okay.
That's all. So you're all pretty bang on the mark. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you on Friday. Flick me any questions you've got. We'll practice our banda roll on Friday again, which will be good fun.
Mm.
And yeah, yeah, it's cool, isn't it? When you get it going.
It made the contractions more comfortable.
I think it does too, personally. I'm a big fan of the banda roll. I'd love for you guys to be able to get it going. It just takes a bit of time. It's a bit of a tricky, weird thing, that's all. Sweet.
Okay.
All right, be well. Enjoy your days. I'll catch you in 2 days. Catch you on Friday. See you later.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Pleasure.